Hello everyone. Today the topic I will discuss is all about weathering. First, we need to discuss what is weathering. Weathering is the breaking down of rock and other materials on Earth's surface. Additionally, disintegration or alteration of the rock surface in its natural or original position through physical, chemical, and biological processes, induced or modified by wind, water, and climate. Now, let's talk about the different types of weathering. What are the types of weathering? Physical weathering, also called mechanical weathering, is a class of processes that cause rocks to break up without chemical change. Three processes of physical weathering. Abrasion means that the surface of the rocks will weather due to the action of gravity, wind, and water. Frost wedging. Water seeps into the cracks in a rock and freezes, causing the ice to expand. Thermal expansion. Repeated daily and cooling of rock. Heat causes expansion, while cooling causes contraction. Different materials expand and contract at different rates, causing stress along mineral boundaries. Outside of rock cools or heats more quickly the interior that may cause the cracks to form. Chemical weathering. A chemical reaction occurs in the rock causing it to dissolve and forming new substance. Remember, the key of chemical weathering is that it forms new substance. Three types of chemical weathering. Oxidation. When oxygen interacts chemically with minerals. Oxidation reaction in rocks transform iron-bearing mineral, such as biotite and pyrite, into a rusty brown mixture of various iron oxide and iron hydroxide minerals. In effect, iron-bearing rocks can rust. Hydration. When water interacts chemically with minerals. Additionally, the absorption of water into the crystal structure of minerals causes some minerals, such as certain type of clay, to expand. Carbonation. When the carbon dioxide interacts chemically with minerals. Example is the water reacting to carbon dioxide that result into carbonic acid. That is a weak acid that slowly deteriorates rock surface. Biological weathering. The process in which plants and animals and bacteria break down rocks into smaller. Three types of biological weathering. Growing plants' roots. Some plant roots also emit organic acids that aid to dissolve the rock's minerals. It is common to see some roots growing within the face of rock. Well, such plant activity contributes to biological weathering. The roots of plants and trees penetrate into a soil in search of nutrients and water. As the roots penetrate the soil, they go through the cracks or joint in the rocks, and as they grow, they progressively crack the rock apart. Microbial activity. Some plant microbial activity releases organic acidic compounds. These compounds can break down iron and aluminum aluminum minerals in the rocks. They grow on the surface of rocks and produce organic chemicals that are capable of breaking down the outer layer of the rock by altering the rock's chemical composition. They release what a term of acidify molecules, organic acids and protons, and chelating compounds, sideropes, and organic acids. The amount of biological activity that breaks down minerals depends on how much life is in that area. Burrowing animals. These animals' activities can create fissures in the rocks and also eats away the rock's minerals. Many animals, such as peacocks, shells drift into the rocks of protection either by releasing acids to dissolve the rocks or fragment away the rock's grain. Weathering of man-made structure. The rock blocks used to build some of the oldest structure of mankind were exposed to global weathering conditions after installation. Here are the examples of weathering of man-made structure. Stonehenge, believed to be the oldest man-made structure. The Great Wall of China, generally built across the historical northern borders of China to protect the consolidated territories of Chinese state. That's all. Thank you for watching. My name is Rhyz Solis.